a lot of things just kind of worked out for my favor. It's true. The fact that, well, I mean, the people living at the White House that had basically shot their way in and killed everybody or something at the White House or something, and basically had taken over my Washington D.C. building and taken over my White House, and knew that there was LS. Like I said, the cufflinks in the White House would have said LS on them, and suits and everything else like that. And as they tried on the clothes and messed around at the White House and stuff like that, they knew that they were looking for someone named LS. And then later on, they would find out that the White House, it was Lusifer White Star's house, or Lucifer Star's house, LS. So, and they had some idea that Lucifer Star would be a blonde-haired, blue-eyed person. So, like I said, since they had taken the White House by force and everything else like that, they're looking for this Lucifer Star. Assuming that would be blonde-haired, blue-eyed. So anyway, I spent my childhood as a blonde-haired child and questionable eye color, whether or not it was blonde hair, whether it was blue eyes or not. But basically, at some point in time, my eye color changed. And of course, my hair color got darkened. Probably mostly because of the fact that they were looking to kill anyone that was blonde-haired and blue-eyed. Very much hunting blonde-haired, blue-eyed men down. Looking for the real Lucifer Star, because they knew once Lucifer Star was dead, the White House would be theirs. It would all be theirs. But, like I said, they could only go by, they searched the schools, they searched everywhere for a blonde-haired, blue-eyed child. I did not have, I had somewhat blonde hair, and then my hair darkened. And then I was brown-haired or brownish, strawberry blonde, whatever haired child, and brown eyes, or amber eyes. Black eyes. Anyway, yeah. So, anyway, though, all in the nick of time, I suppose. And like I said, at some point in time, I had gotten tired. I had been Lucifer Star forever. And I was like, I think I should change my name to Brian. I don't know why. I just like the B name or something. I think it was the double B's or something because I was thinking about going to school or something like that. It gets all complicated. But basically, yeah. So, anyway, I wanted to live a little while as a child. Because I had never been a child before. So anyway, and pretty much that's what happened. So Nixon, JFK, Jimmy Carter, all of them and everybody else would be looking for a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Lucifer Star. Eventually. Knowing that they had to die in order for them to be president or leader of America. Since I named America, yeah. So anyway, the question was, where was I? Who was I? How to get to me before I told everybody who I was. And about what they had done with my White Star submarines. Kind of impossible. Anyway. At some point in time, I mistakenly kind of let JFK... Well, I thought he was Kennedy. I didn't realize he wasn't a Kennedy. Upon requesting verification of his identity, he could not provide any. Nor could Nixon. Probably because they're the same person and very much clones. I would very much like to know who exactly he truly really was. Anyway, though, he was a man who killed a lot of people, though, and ordered a lot more people to die. Him and Jimmy Carter were some of the worst people ever. Anyway, whatever. It's all in the past now, honey, as they would say. And as far as white and black people working together and being and the white and black race and other races getting harmony, I kind of forced it upon them, basically. I put several different... I put a white person leading a black team, and I put a black leader leading a white team. And, and we saw exactly who had problems with who. And those men proved their worth and proved who they were. At times, the black team actually did better than the white team when they actually got to working. So, anyway, it was a build-off. Each team had a section of road to build, and they're expected to build that road with their own hands. So, anyway, Like I said, you know, and like I say, they balked in everything at first until they realized you're being a part of history. You stupid blah 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 blah. What you do, I mean, a simple conversation with the Germans and me, basically, when one of my famous speeches was basically, you have a chance to be a part of history. This road will last forever. You can turn walking away and you will be counted a quitter, or you can show the world who you really are and do the job. And they did it. And and true to my word, I posted their names and their pictures, and they would go down in history as the people who built that road, with video and film proving it. I said we filmed everything, everything, everything. I don't mean to sound all evil right there. We filmed everything. We took pictures of everything. There would be no denying any of my projects. There are slides, there are photographs, there's film, there's reports, there's a plethora of information on every single one of my building projects, because I very much like to film them, because we were history. We were doing something that would last for generations. And thus, because I was great, they would be great too. And they would go down in history as the people who did that. And they did. So anyway, like I said, film, video, photographs, nice clothes, all that stuff, real shoes, real food. You know, they were fed every day. They had shoes. And when their shoes wore out, they were given a new pair of shoes. You know, and new clothes. They ripped their clothes, they got new clothes. Well, to some extent, they had 5 pairs of clothes. There was some ratty clothes for a while, and then we got them new clothes. There was inspections of everyone to make sure they were all ship shape and up to par. So anyway, like I said, I was one of the most rich, most megalithic inventor, creator, builders ever. So everything that I wanted done was done right and proper, with huge amounts of support behind them. And even though they balked and complained, they were fed and everything else, and people flew through wind, sleet, and snow to drop supplies to them, and everything else. Trains would go through what's called, and that's another thing about my trains. If one of them ever went missing, there was only one train that was ever missed in a snowstorm, in a snowbank, and they were searching for it. And they would just arrived a couple days too late. But anyway, my people always knew that help was coming. Because, you know, that's the way my systems worked. That's the way everything worked. A train left, notification of the train leaving the station was always counted. And the next station was told to expect arrival. So, you know, we did that through the plains of America. We did that through Germany. We did that through every state, every country. You know, that's part of what made Lusifer White Star different. Lusifer Star travel different than other services. You were expected to arrive on time or nearly on time, or, you know, at least arrive, or else people would go looking for you. So anyway, everything that I was epic. And everything I still am is still fairly epic. So anyway, America, as the Germans would say, land of drugs, sex, and partying and everything else that slowly warped everyone else to the same kind of basic way. I mean, I didn't mind, you know, I mean, humans. I mean, when you go to work and you show up and you work in you know, on my airline, I expect you to not to be climbing all over men, but, you know, what you do in your own time, you know, I didn't mind, you know, you know, all the freaky stacks, that didn't bother me. In fact, like, I embraced it. I was like, yes, I know. Go ahead. Have fun. Enjoy yourselves. You worked really hard. You work 12 hours a day or 8-hour days, you know, you should have fun. So, and that's what all the amusements and all the drinking and everything else was about. I mean, people loved to be part of me. There was alcohol, there was wine, there was drugs, there was sex, there was beautiful women. You know, it was like paradise. So, anyway, that's why everyone loved the big balls and the big gatherings. You know, like they would slaughter like like 20 animals and feed everyone. You know, it was always a party whenever a job got completed.